TIA is known for their work as a standards development organization in the telecom industry, and in regular fashion, TIA would like to get their members plugged into what standards work will be done in the coming year. In our studio to kick off 2015 in the standards space is Stephanie Montgomery. She's the Acting Vice President of Technology and Standards at TIA. And Stephanie, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Abe. Excited to be here.
Thanks for being here. You're actually kicking off our 2015 programming here in the TIA Now studio, so we're glad to have you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. And of course, there's a lot of exciting things going on in the standards space in 2015. There's 5 key items to focus on. We're going to go through those 5 key items. We're going to start with cabling suite of standards in the commercial building space in telecom. Tell us about that.
Right, exactly. So this year we're looking forward to having 3 new Part Ds to our premier cabling standard 568. We're adding the .0 document will be updated. That's our base document, and then we'll be updating the 568.1-D, incorporating some addendum from our C version. And then our 568.3-D, which is our fiber optic version, will also be doing some tightening and adding some premises network documentation to that. So look for those about last third quarter of 2015. But we're very excited to see those happening there in their final stages. And the meeting for that group is coming up this beginning of February.
Stephanie, next on our list of the 5 key items to look for in 2015 is the STEP program. We spent a good part of 2013 and 2014 kind of ramping up for the STEP program. Of course, that's the Sustainable Technology Environments program. Specifically in 2015, you're going to be focusing on the reduction of the environmental impact of ICT network deployments. Is that right?
So this program, what TIA is doing here, STEP is another organization, but TIA supports that organization by developing the standards to which they're going to do their accreditation. And this year in February, the TIA 4994 standard will be released, and that's a document that lays out a guideline for sustainability in ICT. This is a gap in the accreditation industry and the sustainability industry as far as telecommunications equipment is concerned. So this standard lays out the guidance and priorities for how to meet a sustainable ICT in your inside wiring in your building. As part of that, the STEP will take that standard and roll out their accreditation, and that's the documentation that people will have to comply with in order to be accredited as STEP. This is comparable to LEED, but for the ICT industry.
Stephanie, of course, machine-to-machine IoT is a big part of what we do here at TIA and getting behind those initiatives. 1M2M, or at least in the 1M2M space, in release, if you will, if I can call it that. Everyone's trying to deploy their M2M and IoT technologies in a standardized way. Tell us more about that.
Right. So 1M2M will be coming out with their releases, approximately 9. They're coming out the week of January 20th is their working week when they'll be approving those documents. Those documents are foundational documents for the service layer of 1M2M. They're our starting point for the industry to build from to start developing more product than is already out there today. It incorporates a whole bunch of standards developing organizations' inputs, and then the organizations that are member partners of 1M2M, which TIA is, will be adopting those standards, and so TIA will be releasing those documents after the 1M2M meeting. It's very exciting there.
Stephanie, I know there's a lot of work you're doing, that some of that you just mentioned, but there's some projects that are in progress but not necessarily at the maturity level yet. What are some of those projects?
So we have 2 projects in that space. One is our physical security standard. That's our TIA 5017 document. It's in the drafting phase right now. Now is a good time to get involved if you work in that space. It's talking about how inside wiring can be more secure and giving options and suggestions and building ideas if you're building out your space and how you want to wire your space so that you can make sure that, for example, you're protecting against possible hostile infiltrations into your building, for example. That is under development. It's unlikely to be actually completed in 2015. It'll be very close. So now if you're interested in that, is a good time to get involved. And also, we're just starting a new consortia to address Category 8 cabling. That's just getting off the ground. They've had 2 meetings. They're going to have another meeting in February, and now's the time to get involved if you want to help set the scope and focus for that group. So if you're interested, there's information online about that group too.
Now, of course, all the information for the standards development, the standards department at TIA can be found on tiaonline.org. Is there another platform that people can go to?
No, that's the key platform that they can go to for that information. For 1M to M information, there's a website for 1M to M, that's 1m2m.org. And STEP also has a stepfoundation.org website for information about that.
I know there's a number of standards committees here at TIA, and what you've explained in the last few minutes is just the tip of the iceberg, but it gives our audience a little taste of what to expect from your department at TIA in 2015, so thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.